Hello, Christine. I'm in Port. My name is Anthony Wall. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a lawyer. Lawyers, all sides of criminal and civil cases in courts originally and still, they've been putting down criminally foreign influence facts, nature, quality aspects, and natures of collusion slash has, and just totally fake things into databases. All the people tied to them at the same time with overt criminal enterprises, private ones, terrorists, in a whole bunch of different countries on and off and next to campuses with them, including fire and medical. Then they all run into high lab aggressions, increasingly at where it is concentrated most critical at formal locations, like at Hartford Hospital, and the campus on the campus of Hartford Hospital. The Institute of Living was founded in 1822, with slavery still entrenched in northern colonies and southern colonies, because the breaching method had it entrenched. It had it against everyone sickly distinctly too, because it measured and maintained where and how not it was valued to all by nature, how non-distinctly for us to value that, to counter it together. It measured and maintained that, denied through ourselves, and rolls with it. Otherwise, that body was sensed. That was some of the things those laws were value as. And with slavery laws, northern colonies, southern colonies, sickly distinctly through more than one country. See, people make a mistake when they taught you wrong, when they tell you America was about countering our kings. America is about forcing the final third of our founders and of ourselves to get the Constitution unabridged and appreciated properly. Why and how we have rights are too numerous to have to list them, and why and how we have obligations to address, where and how the prisons too, and the state offices of corrections and judicial and next to them increasingly are used and have been used remotely, criminally foreign influence, tactically, delusions, raw identity theft, fraud, slanders, fake transcripts and database on a mass scale, all kinds of fake exceptions planting. Eric Oliveri and others will tell you they're involved with the intelligence next to the campuses, intercities and intra-cities, with sequence chefs and with their educators involved with other than they've been pretending through administrations, as rules with the names, like this Leahy family, a whole bunch of people at Hartford Hospital involved with the name, with the Phil Cololo and some Mendez police involved also with one's named Demorrow, with overt criminal enterprises and private ones, with in collusion with kids that never were in the other classes of other kids at the grammar school or the middle school. They try to pretend other. Increasingly, people with the judicial branch office and all along roads and routes and their conjunctions, like Route 175, are people involved with them pretending they don't understand others. That's one of the things their motives are. People are pretending other in the background with Facebook too. Facebook is completely on their own, recorded, confessed, demonstrated, confirmed, involved with predicate acts, various natures of organized crimes. To an extent of they know this is more than plausible, while the pretending other, as times collusions with former director of the FBI Robert Luskin, his co-defendants, their family members, people at the World Trade Center next to it, and the Ninth Circuit Court next to it. The Wethersfield Police Facebook page, they probably have more than one and two now to cover the records. They have roles with the Schumack family, all sides of criminal and civil cases, all positions with New Britain Superior, a whole bunch of people in New Britain Superior Court involved with what? Mass. Is the difference between them? They're stacking fake things in databases. Then further, tied to all locations /S uses in ways that no one fathomed. And then further, the database ways we know were the internationally monitored conversations / collusion / s. And then further at where the names of the people of the sciences are manifest. And all that right back to further collusion / s. And the difference of its self value too. Used to hide behind by everyone as a perfect self cultivated propagation by a human fact cheating nature breaching method. Not one body wanted. In other words, so the military dishonestly jumps into people's conversations as collusion / s. All exceptions too. They're just changing. They have their evidence, their stuff changed. Increasingly, people tied to a Joshua Striker involved with like gang theft, fraud, things behind my back with the same girl. I don't even know she's a woman now. I'm trying to make fake exceptions of knowing me, like time me when I'm going to my science class. Increasingly involved with, in other words, screening actual motivations, which go right back to all the founding locations right all along Route 175, Central Connecticut State University. Same ones at next to Trinity College. Through time, increasingly people tied to a Paul Zano. He said there are people with the name Puzo. I never had a word of conversation with a Puzo. They're also involved with someone named Mike Levine, who's also further involved with a Michael Bean, with more upskirt pictures with the FBI too, on Twitter, after the principal upskirt nature was put in prison for that. Those prisons had collusions with killers and child abusers, leaders that they had roles forcing, while tactically delusions wrought too, including people with names rackets, all kinds of identity theft frauds, with a police chief Centron. He's shown needs to hide live progressions. He needs to hide his actually standing, the actual value. He is actually recorded as a standing fact chief nature, as criminal and citizen's nature, not even a lawyer. There's a Trantolo and Trantolo. There are other lawyers I don't even know the names of. Their lawyers from Hartford Hospital involve all kinds of scams with them. All kinds of tactical delusions wrought too. Fake transcripts, forging names of doctors too. That proves that the Shamsi Aliyah might be foreign too, because the differences of guilt. It's not just as clear there. These are also ones with the military, with the World Trade Center attack, and with their investigations of such as collusion / s, and with names with the Saudi attackers timed as ones involved with the Scloras, as the Tomorrow's Market said that was Tomorrow's Market people said that was their cousin, and Ray Colo said that a part of their roles with falsified police reports with the ones who pretended I had a conversation with the police as a kid, now as an adult. Never went there at all when I was a kid and spoke with them, gave police reports. And the kids who did, they gave affidavits that they forced them to say things that they didn't want to say. Like a Christopher Walters, increasingly involved, planting evidences with people with the campuses, involved with predicate acts with kids. Then they get their own kids involved, their own family members involved, and with the FBI director, and a whole bunch of people at Hartford Hospital, involved with a whole bunch of acting professors and different types of intelligence. And news at the same time using the right to lie where they don't have the right to lie, collusion / s with them. They are leaking that. WFSB put me in fake conversations with themselves. I've been asking you guys every day. I've been asking everyone for someone to give me help. I've been asking for help from before the World Trade Center attack. I want to sponsor them switching and forging names in Wethersfield courts. I mean the New Britain Superior Court, Hartford Court's family members. Before the World Trade Center attack, they effected confessions to me and requests help to me at my house. Then they made the fake conversation. They hid that with Dean Alford and his kid. Dean Judd and his kid, I meant. Before the World Trade Center attack. And I didn't have any communications with the Dean Judd. He's planting evidences, foreign and domestic military, and people involved with it all along Route 175, like a Justin Kovinskis and its conjunctions. His roles with people involved with neighbors of some more leaders of the kids, and people involved with the kids of the leaders of the kids, and abuses of them, and or the other ones, the difference of that. These are people planting evidence. I never had a class with Joshua, what's his name? Justin Kovinskis in my life. In other words, the only reason in other words, only reason I went, in other words, to work at mobile gas station is because that's also right in a pattern, the confessions of people from the old town since I was a kid. Years apart, though. Fake ties, fake natures of ties to me. They've been putting fake things in databases way worse. Increasingly, these are people tied to mayors who have roles with overt criminal enterprises, private ones, and a whole bunch of distinct natures of organized crimes, and roles of federal criminals before they were caught, with people putting fake things in little magic trick illusions into databases and having others act tied to it. A whole bunch of people tied to a Joseph Dennis. He said there's a John Dennis too, with people all around Route 175. And these are people with a former Mayor Gold who are increasingly involved with federal crimes, with evidence identity theft, fraud, slanders, with people involved with grammar school kids and middle school kids, with overt criminal enterprises and private ones, involved planting evidences with through kids too, and using truth for life, painting illusions and databases, fake ties, fake natures of ties to kids, and just totally made up things. These are people involved with spying on our country with Russians and pretending to be against it. I don't know the Prudes have anything personal against them. They demonstrated roles though with lawyers of Weathersfield Police and the locations involved. So they should not block the posts and the type because they have this. There are recorded criminally foreign influence uses of Weathersfield town offices through time, and of their roles with all natures of relationships with other countries. Nature shows us, and our founders communicated for us to speak about how and why we need to stay united and independent simultaneously with every country. Otherwise, be trying to. Otherwise, our special difference is forced from here. Nature shows this. Least of our deeds is forced. Force-based nature transfer per science more probable and demonstrable to theorize, let alone to convict, regarding what you guys theorize or convict regarding what you is least of our deeds to be about. In other words, the beginning of the Old Testament says only defend. Right here, where the names of the people of sciences will come together, in the part before it, it says only defend right here. Y'all do what you want, but that's you're valuing the sequence shifts as a style of logic in nature that wants and needs to have nature to debate, pretending then what? Oh, well, this is what the experts say. No, it's up more. Forced.